I'm looking for a phone booth. Where's the phone? Oh, I don't need a phone booth. I'm not Superman looking to change from Clark Kent. I'm the Iron Man. Remember that funny moment in the first Superman movie with Christopher Reeve, when back in those days when there were phone booths, he runs out of the Daily Planet. Now he's Clark Kent and he runs and looks for a phone booth. There's no phone booth, just these little capsules with a phone in it. Today you can't even find a phone booth, but that's funny. So he has to run down the alley and come back as Superman with a big S on his chest. Well, we're going to be looking for something, a phone booth. Why? Because there are golfers who could swing in a phone booth. You can't find a phone booth anymore, but maybe you could swing in the shower because your swing is so short. Can you be any good? There are great players with short swings. If you have a short swing, we're going to help you a lot. And if you have a long swing, just pay attention because it's going to help you a lot too. But we're going to focus on guys who could swing in a phone booth, most especially Doug Sanders. But first, the best guy on tour, anywhere, with a short swing, Jon Rahm. The powerfully built Spaniard, 6'2", 225, all muscle, has maybe the shortest swing in professional golf, and also is peculiar in that his left wrist is bowed. In other words, it doesn't sit like this at the top, it sits like this. Normally at the top, the wrist is like this. Jon Rahm at the top, his wrist is like that. Wow. He has some peculiarities with his swing, but they work. One of the reasons why he has peculiarities is right foot. Did you know that Rahm was born with a club foot? They had to break it again and again and again. So he couldn't really support his weight on that right foot. So he couldn't, like most golfers, swing into that right side. He had to depend on his left side more than his right side. As he grew older, he had worked that swing to perfection. And then when he got so strong, he could use this short swing with a bowed wrist and this powerful hip thrust from the left side, not the right side pouring into the swing, but the left side leading. And man, he addresses the ball. His hands are really low. So he's very accurate, hits that little slider. He's got his hands low, takes it back, hardly to hear with that bowed wrist, and then and just thunders into it. What a great golfer he is with a very short swing. Let's hit a Jon Rahm T-ball. I don't know. Never hit it with a bowed wrist. Here we go. Trust me, Rahm hits it a lot better than that. But there's other guys who have short swings. Dustin Johnson's not all that long. Tony Finau has a very short swing. But there's another golfer who made a fortune, was friends with Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack, and was just gloriously well known. He was called the Peacock of the Fairways. Who was he? Well, we'll let this peacock tell his story. This guy was really a character, the Peacock of the Fairways. Everything was coordinated when he went out to play golf. Handsome guy too, but his shoes, his glove, his always had a sweater unless it was really hot that matched everything. He had a factory that he used to go to a pharmacy, and he would find colors of the tops of various bottles, and he would buy the bottle, take the top off, and send it to his factory because he liked that fuchsia color, whatever that color might be. He had literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of outfits. He was so dashing. He always said that he hit the ball so straight because of his short swing. He never left a fairway. Never left a fairway. Well, except to go get a phone number from a pretty girl. He also said he dated seriously Ellie Mae Clampett. You remember her, Donna Douglas on Beverly Hillbillies? She was gorgeous. Well, he dated her too. As I said, he's friends with Frank Sinatra. Who was this dandy? Well, Doug Sanders with a short swing. Doug Sanders, called by Tommy Bolt a jukebox and spikes. That's what he was like. But there's more to Doug Sanders than just being resplendent on the golf course. The guy could play golf, and you talk about the highs and the lows of life, especially in golf, the highs and the lows. Well, we'll tell you a little bit more about Doug Sanders. Are you enjoying this episode? It's okay. Well, no, it's more than okay. You're enjoying it, and that's what's important. What he thinks isn't. Thank you for watching. Continue to watch. And if you enjoy what you're watching, please subscribe. We need you to subscribe. We need to build up this Iron Man community. Be a part of who we are. There was a lot more to Doug Sanders than the flash and the dash that people saw. In fact, people in those days, especially in the 70s, a little bit in the 80s, it was said they came to the golf course for two reasons. One, to see what Arnie would shoot and to see what Doug Sanders would wear. Because could be purple, could be orange. He was dressed all in orange long time before from Ricky Fowler. But this man struggled and knew the hard life. He was born in Georgia. Dad picked cotton. Doug Sanders picked cotton. Two of his brothers were blind, one by an accident when a dynamite cap exploded. At about 12 years of age, he decided he could make more money caddying at a nearby golf course than he could picking cotton. You didn't make any money picking cotton. And when he's out there, he picked up the game pretty quick. But he learned to swing quick and short because he didn't want anybody to see him practicing. He'd had a club given him by a member, and he loved the game and loved to practice and became really, really good. Great hands, a great feel for the game, but not a classic golf swing, just a very short golf swing. We're going to get to that in just a moment and see what you can learn from Doug Sanders. So he struggled. Then he becomes very successful. He wins on tour. In 1970, the Open Championship. He's playing with Lee Trevino, and he's leading. Hits his drive on 18 at St. Andrews, like he always did, right in the fairway. Hit the next one to the back of the green. A little bit of a tough putt, but he makes a great putt over the slope, down, comes this close. It said 24 to 27 inches. That's how far away he was. 4, immortality. You guessed it. He didn't even come close. Worst putt you've ever seen. If you watch it, you'll see that he got distracted and he kind of brushed off a fly, picked at a piece of grass, and then walks up and he hits it too quick. He said he was embarrassed to step away and start over. People think he was too nervous, which he really was. But he misses that putt. What happens? Now he's in a tie. Well, not too tough an opponent. Jack Nicklaus, 18-hole playoff the next day. Nicklaus makes a birdie on 18 and wins the 99th British Open, the Open Championship, and denied Doug Sanders his moment of immortality and fame, and never did win a major championship, but he's really known as a great ball striker and the dandy of the fairways. If you have great hands, you can hit a little draw by just taking your hands and rotate them. You can hit a soft fade by keeping your hands back like this. Doug Sanders could make the ball do everything but sing the Star-Spangled Banner. He was so good at using his hands. But what about the swing? Hey, only went back to there. Boom. How in the world can you hit it any distance at all? We'll tell you in just a second. There is a secret to hitting it long with a short swing. But let's don't talk short swing. That's so negative. It sounds like we're being critical of you. If you have a short swing, call it a compact swing. A compact swing is good. Short swing doesn't sound quite so good. So with your compact swing, here's what you're going to do. You are going to, instead of using this upper body, which is what so many people do, use the upper body to try to get strength, use the lower body for strength and distance. How many guys have you seen hit a ball this way, where they feel strong? This right side feels strong, left side if you're swinging left-handed, but you feel, so you want to hit it with this, so your swing looks something like that. That right side is coming over. What we want you to do is forget about the top half of your body. We want you to use the lower half, the lower. Think hips and thighs, knees, feet. Put as much as you can into the ball with your lower body. So I'm gonna take a short swing, and I'm really gonna use my lower body and hang back. Keep my upper body right here. I'm not gonna move it forward. That is dead, solid, perfect. So, you no longer have a short swing, my friend. You have a compact swing, and you have power, don't you? So, that's it. May your golf, your life be absolutely amazing.